Hey guys, it's your boy Jetpack, and here we are doing floor 8 of the Abyss. And I gotta say, not the hardest thing in the world. Like, I was able to beat it with my two main teams. I haven't had a chance to show off. Well, if you watch my YouTube videos, you know my new all Geo squad, and they are fantastic. I've managed to get all of them to max level pretty much. Level 70 I think I'm at right now, and I think my healer is at 80, so unfortunately, yeah. This squad right here though actually is under leveled, so I kind of have to hope that the Geo squad can have them on their back, because you can see we're using Venti, Xinyan, Fish. Like, the team itself is not bad. I might not be the greatest at playing with this specific squad, because I used to have Zhang Ling on the team, but I've brought Zhang Ling in here, and she does not do what I need her to do. Her Gooba just does not get the job done. The damage is not there, and honestly, the damage for this entire team should be a lot higher, but I don't really focus on them anymore. My Xinyan is usually the one is the person I like to use if I'm doing like co-op stuff. I'll usually try to bring Xinyan, and she's like one of my favorite characters. So I use her for co-op stuff. So she's pretty leveled. She's pretty high up there. The Gooba squad kind of fell off as soon as I started using the full Geo team, and farming up their materials and stuff like that really wasn't something that I wanted to do. I know I have to do it. Like, I'm going to have to do it if I want to get like better. But as you can see, Xinyan loves to carry the squad, so she pretty much does all of the work, and everyone else is there just to support Xinyan. And it pretty much works. Xinyan carries, Barbara heals, Fischl supports, and then Venti just gets everyone together so Xinyan can fuck everything up. And that's pretty much how it works. And as you can see, it does. But like, I don't particularly enjoy using this team, just because they're underleveled, and like the way you have to play them is kind of specific, and it just doesn't always work. But there's cool shit like that. That was really cool. That juggle. That was actually the first time I've ever done that juggle, and I was super hyped about it. I don't like to do like face cam and stuff when I'm doing things like this. Now this team, just watch. They do work, especially here. I don't really technically remember everything that happens, but I can tell you that a lot of people have issues breaking shields, but Ningguang, Noel. Shields are pretty much not a problem. Like, we broke my man's shield over there. Oh, no, actually, we just broke that shit. I thought I saw him fall. He didn't fall. That wasn't what I thought it was. But, yeah, as you see, we are getting the damage. We're getting the orbs. It's not good to run a full Geo team. I know this. But if you give me a way to play a game, I promise you I will always play it incorrectly. That's just how I do. I will always find some way to play where it's not really how the game is exactly meant to be played, but it's an option you can choose, and I always seem to choose that option. And all Geo is that option for this game. The only thing is, I guess, synergy wise, it works better than you would hope. I know a lot of people do all Geo squads, but like, I have gotten so good. I finally pulled a Geo Sans, I think it is called. a Geo Sands or a Geo Cup, the one that gives you the Geo main damage stat bonus. Because right now all I'm doing is farming. Pretty much all I'm doing is farming artifacts, and then doing Abyss, and then doing my main like stuff, getting my main stuff. But all of my actual resin has been going towards this and the boss fights that you have to do like every week. I haven't done my boss fights this week, so I'll probably like stream that if I get a chance. I'm kind of in a predicament right now, a precarious situation as one would say, so I don't know how everything's gonna work out. So I wanted to make this video just trying to see if I can do these kind of videos and if I can get some kind of like positive response from these kinds of videos. Now I can see that, you know, I need to get better recording equipment, because as you can see, all of this is not what I want to be doing. I know I should be talking about the game, but you can see the gameplay. Like, you can see us destroying this man's. My man's is getting wrecked, and it's like not much about that. But yeah, so I just wanted to try this out. Got him frozen. Actually, keeping him alive is actually pretty good, because we can use him to stun lock him while we up. But we're gonna see. I knew that, but the thing was, I didn't do what I was just saying I should have done, which is keep him alive to stun lock him into like just not being able to attack us. But I don't think we take too much damage here. I think we do pretty well. Again, this team works better with what's his name, Zhang Ling, but Zhang Ling doesn't do nearly like Zhang Ling and Fischl right now. The way that they're built, they're not getting the damage. They're not hitting the damage checks that I need. So I had to switch out Zhang Ling for Xinyan, so she can hit these damage checks, because as you can see, she does the damage. She goes the distance, and we always got, and everyone else is honestly just there to support her, and it works. As you can see, we've gotten, I think I got 5 stars so far on this stage. This isn't actually like this isn't even my best run, I don't think. This is just the closest run that I've gotten doing all of this work. It's just it's really difficult, because I don't want to have to farm into this team, and 1.3 is coming out. And once that hits, the all Geo squad should be able to even carry this team. Because the main reason I haven't been able to get my 6 stars on all of these events is because this team cannot pass damage checks. They can beat the event, and they can beat it in a decent amount of time, as to where the second team can kind of carry and give us all of the actual point. So it's been a long, but they themselves aren't able to do the damage that these require, to where it takes the burden off of the Geo team to be able to just kind of wreck shit, which is the issue. And I know how to fix it. I can level these guys up, because I think they're level 50. Something in my eye, it burns. It burns. They're at level 50 right now, so they could be doing a lot more damage. They could be better. Their artifacts could be better. I think I have level 5 artifacts on a lot of them, but they're not leveled. They're like zeroed out, which means that they're doing less damage right now than they would be on the 4-star artifacts that I had them on. But the 4-star, like, I didn't even have them with a lot of 4-star artifacts. A lot of these characters had like 3 and 2-star artifacts. So technically, even by that perspective, they should be better But I've noticed, like, as you can see, the drop in damage is just atrocious, and I can't. But now that that's over, we can actually see what we're here for, which is this team. Now, the RGO squad is sort of touchy on how you have to set it up, because the way this is set up, Ningguang kind of supports, and then everyone runs the shield based artifacts, like not the ones that give you the specific color shield one, the other one, the better one, which in my opinion gives you, I think it's like 35% on if you're just shielded at all. And since two of these characters, well, technically three, make their own shields, it just works so much better than having to have a specific color shield, because as you can tell, they're all Geo. So me hitting fire, hitting pyro slimes and making pyro shields is not going to help me, because everyone's Geo, so they're not getting any bonuses from that. So I'm not using that particular set. I'm using the other set, and pretty much everyone has that set. They have different stats on it, and I recently got Noelle to a point where the shield, when it pops, it actually does Geo damage, and it does like 400% of her attack or something, or whatever. And it's ridiculous. I love it. When it comes to constellations, Albedo is at like what, C1 or C2. Zhongli is at C1. Noelle is at like C4 or 5. She's ridiculous right now. And then Ningguang is at like C3. Because as I was pulling for Zhongli, I kept getting Ningguang, so she's pretty up there too. So they're pretty decently C'd out. I don't know, constellationed out, I guess. And they're at like max talents, except for Noelle. She's not at max talents, but that's because she's at like level 80. So her max talents are a lot higher than everyone else's. Everyone else is at max talent. Noelle just isn't, because it's a lot of farming you have to do to get her to max talent, and she actually does more damage than anyone else on the team. So technically, she's fine. Like, look at those numbers. Granted, you know, the rotation is you start off with Ningguang and you put up the shield, and then you switch to here's how it's supposed to go. I don't usually do it all the time because it's really hard to maintain and the chaos, and it kind of having to do it a lot of the time. I feel like I'm gonna waste more time setting it up than I actually am, and so I subconsciously won't do it. And then sometimes Ningguang's shield just doesn't open. Like, it just does the damage and it doesn't open. So you're supposed to go into Ningguang and then into Noelle to get the short shield, and then go into I usually go into Albedo to put down the area of effects, and then I go into Zhongli to put down the spears, the steels, and so everything resonates, and then you just switch back into whoever and just do whatever you need to do, and that's usually how it works. But I don't always do it. Now on this team, there is a actual system I like to go for, but the setup is really difficult. You start off with Venti Alt, obviously, and then you use Fishu, turn into a bird. You fly into the Venti Alt, because you know that only hits one time, so once you fly into the opponent, they get struck once. So as long as you get close enough, you hit them with the lightning, and then you put down the bird. So that's pretty much self-explanatory. And then I like to go into Barbara from there and have her put up her little shield, and then switch to Xinyan, because I have Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayer on my Barbara, so she gives a bunch of damage to whoever I switch into next, which is normally Xinyan, and then Xinyan goes into her alt or her E or whatever have you, and then you just do the damage, and then usually rinse and repeat. But I don't usually get enough particles to rinse and repeat, so as you see, you do it one time and then you kind of just have to fish for the elemental particles again, and then it kind of takes a long time, or it takes a lot of energy, even though this team synergizes pretty well. So it usually takes a lot of energy to get the alts back. And then I wind up doing things like this, where I could have just waited to get Venti's alt. I didn't, so I spent Xinyan's, and then I spent Fischl's, so yeah. It's normally like a starting rotation kind of thing, and then from there you just kind of go buck wild and just rely on Xinyan. I mean, this flower actually was pretty difficult for this team. I don't know why, since we have Xinyan and she's Pyro, so she should be doing lots of work here. But we were able to break the flower a pretty decent amount of times. It's just we couldn't get enough of the damage that I would have liked. That's the only thing. See, those numbers are they're lower than I would like them to be. But again, she is also sporting a lot of the Geo Shield, the Geo Shield artifacts. But she does have a Pyro artifact on. So she should be doing more Pyro damage than normal, but I don't know. I don't know if I should just do physical damage or pyro damage for her, because again, her physical damage is pretty decent. She can hit over 1,000 usually. I mean, here she's not. She's hitting what, 800, something like that. Also, I'm not even sure she has to be in the shield. The shield gives her a bunch of extra damage that I just wasn't able to get a lot of the time. So, there's that. I think we killed this here. Oh yeah, I stopped using Xinyan because, as you can see, she's literally about to die. So I had to substitute Xinyan and then try to get some healing, because I didn't need her to die. But we took it down. It was easy. Who said it was hard? Nobody said it was hard. It was hard. It was difficult. And then the Firefly. Now you would assume, being Geo, that this would be harder than the one where we had elemental synergies against. But honestly, we kind of just stood here and just wrecked this thing. Like, we rarely moved from this spot. I don't know what to tell you. Whoever says that Geo can't get it done, I would like to do like a whole, just have my Geo team go through the entire Abyss, just to show you that they can pretty much take all these floors down. The issue is the floor before this, floor 7, had stumped us for a while because there was a lot of shields, a lot of Fatui shields, and I figured out that the best way to kill the Fatui is to beat them before you can put the shields up. But that was easier said than done. But I finally got it done, and it wasn't as hard once you actually got it. Once I figured out that I could literally kill like the first 2 Fatuis, like the first 2 sets of Fatui on both stages, pretty much in like the first 5, 10, That's a little low. Maybe the first minute. I'll say the first minute. I know that sounds like a long time, but like it only takes a couple of seconds. Like if I do it perfectly, I can beat them in like I want to say maybe less than 20 seconds. But again, it took a lot of work to be able to get to that, but once we beat that stage, this stage I was able to get 5 stars in on the first 2 tries. This is, I think, the first try, or actually I'm pretty sure that this is the actual first try. So it's not amazing. Actually, I don't remember. You would know if you go to the beginning of the video. I don't remember because I'm watching this along with you guys. This is how I kind of wanted to structure some of my videos. Hopefully, it's not too annoying. And the volume is down because I actually forgot to mute my mic. So you hear I was actually watching Kids and the Kitty Cats. He likes to get in my lap. I was actually watching Dokkan Battle videos because I don't know if you know, but Dokkan just came out with some heat and some fire, and so whoever I was watching is in the video. Like you hear them talking a lot and stuff, and that's I'm not here to promote that. I do Dokkan. I make a lot of like the weird Dokkan. I edit the Dokkan battles together. But this is for this game, so we're not gonna talk about Dokkan. Even though I just spent time talking. I have ADHD, so when I start talking, you kind of have to understand that it's not. He's dead. Yeah, I think he dies here. I don't think he survives this. It's not my intent to go off the rails, but a lot of the times. We are now the train. Yep. Bam. This was my first try. Look at that. And I got a single star on that. Could have been better, but anyway. Actually, I think my first try, I'll probably do get just the basic 3 stars. And then I try to go back and get more stars, and I think I get to 5 stars, but I could be remembering it wrong. I only did it yesterday, and actually, yeah. So that was the first try of me doing stage 8. I think it said of the Abyss. I'm gonna keep grinding at it, but so far that's how I've been able to do on the very first try. I don't think it was that bad. But if you have any thoughts, any comments, let me know how you think. I do start looking through a lot of my inventory and stuff, so don't mind that. I guess it's good background stuff just for as I'm talking. But yeah, so that has been this video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. I know it's like a 25-minute video, but this won't be 25 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here in like now-ish. So but yeah, so I'm gonna bring y'all more videos of me trying to do the Abyss. Probably when I clear it, I'll probably save that video. And yeah, that's been Jetpack. Please like, share, subscribe, comments, do all the good jazz, and I'll catch you on the side with the flip. Peace.